Hi, I'm Robin. You're here because you're interested in home birth, or maybe you're just considering it or curious. And I would like to share my experience because there are a lot of myths surrounding home birth. And I just want to share my experience and let you consider it because home birth is a great option. It might not be for everyone, but I think it's a great thing to consider. Being at home, I felt like I had more control over my birthing experience. While I was laboring at home, I felt very comfortable, I felt very relaxed, I felt at home. And it made the experience so much richer for me. My husband and I were very relaxed. We were able to take our time, not feel rushed, not feel the excitement or the busyness of a hospital setting. And it was really an intimate time for us. My husband and I didn't necessarily agree on how we wanted things right away. My husband was very hesitant about the home birth. And really, the way that he changed his mind was just getting more information. We were able to go into the birth without any fear. It's really important to have a team that you trust. We had midwives that we felt very comfortable with. They were very knowledgeable, they were very understanding, they were respectful of what we wanted out of the birth. The medical staff in a hospital are more likely to recommend more intense interventions, and I felt very comfortable with our midwives because I knew that if they recommended some sort of medical intervention, I knew what was necessary. If you can find a birthing class that fits your needs, not all birthing classes are the same. Ours was a humanized birthing class. The doulas that ran the class were very knowledgeable and very sweet and really built the confidence of the couples. We didn't have any specific breathing, kind of the stereotypical who things. It was more the mental side of it and the physical side, not so much memorizing how to give birth. A lot of birthing is just reading yourself and trying to do what your body is saying. I felt like I had to be in tune with myself, and that helped throughout the birthing process for sure. I wish we would have gotten our supplies a little bit earlier. I could have gone into labor early. I wouldn't have been as prepared. Think of your home as an event hall where you have things in the home, you can bring things in and you can move them however you want. Because I think sometimes you can get stuck on how things are in your house. But we didn't order new furniture. We had moved. We were going to order some furniture for our living room. We decided not to so we'd have more space. We moved a bed out of a room so we would have our tub for the water birth. Make sure you have a birth plan. This is helpful for the people that you'll be having the home birth with, like doulas and midwives. But it's also helpful if you need to go to the hospital. In my case, we made the decision to transport to the hospital because I was having some complications that may not have been resolved in the home setting. And so we went to the hospital to be sure that everything was fine. We had our birth plan ready to go. The gynecologist was able to read through that as we were checking into the hospital, and she was able to make sure that what we wanted was followed. We essentially rented the room and we had our gynecologist and our pediatrician selected through our midwives. Our personal decision for having the birth filmed was partly because we are filmmakers and film is such a part of our lives. I felt comfortable with it being filmed. I think if it being filmed or someone taking pictures, whether it's your partner or it's somebody else you have come in, if that takes away anything for you, like your experience of the birth, your comfort level, you don't need to film it. You don't need pictures. I'm glad I did because I felt comfortable, but if it had taken away anything for me, I wouldn't have done it. If your plans change and you go to the hospital or you need some sort of medical intervention that you weren't planning on, be cool with it. I mean, if you have people that you trust that are recommending something and you make the decision to do that, be at peace with it. If you truly believe that you need to and you make that decision, be at peace with it because that's part of your story. And even if you have a bad experience, That's like part of the beauty, that something so beautiful can come out of something that it wasn't how you wanted, it wasn't how you planned, it wasn't perfect. The most beautiful things in life aren't perfect. They have difficulties, they have challenges, they have things you don't expect. And that's part of it, that's all part of it. So embrace it. I was shocked at how okay I was with going to the hospital. I thought that if I went to the hospital, it would just destroy what I always envisioned for the birth. It was beautiful. We had a beautiful home birth experience, and then we had a beautiful hospital experience with staff that we trusted, and we were able to have a natural birth. Even if we would have needed more medical intervention, I truly think that I could have accepted it. For all I know, this is the only birth that I have, and I'm at peace with it because I feel like it was meant to happen. When things got a little iffy, we were at the hospital and we weren't sure if we were going to need to do a C-section. I looked at my husband and I said, and this is something we say to each other all the time, I said, what's meant to happen will happen, what's not meant to happen won't happen. And that's something we have always lived by in our relationship. It was really how it was supposed to be, even though I imagined it at home, in water, relaxed, sleeping in my bed that night. And I was in a hospital room, in a bed, with staff coming in, checking on me, cleaning people coming in the morning. And it wasn't how I pictured it, but it was beautiful. I'm really at peace, even though it wasn't what I planned. I was prepared to go to the hospital, knowing that if we really needed to, then that's how it had to be. Oh, don't have people visit unless you want them to. After the baby was born and we slept, that's when we told people that we had a kid. We didn't tell people we're going into labor. We didn't have any reason to let them know. We needed that time. We wanted the intimacy. Put any tips that you have or any questions in the comments, and subscribe if you would like, and I'm going to have another video up on the 1st. Thanks for watching.